Planning 3 days in Vienna but feeling overwhelmed by all the imperial palaces, world-class museums, and legendary coffee houses? This video reveals exactly how to experience the best of Austria's elegant capital without missing the hidden gems locals guard closely. We're covering Habsburg palaces that'll transport you back to imperial times, secret viewpoints with stunning city panoramas, authentic Viennese coffee houses where you can taste the famous Sachertorte, and the crucial mistake that costs most tourists an entire day of precious sightseeing time. This is how to spend 3 days in Vienna. Let's dive in! Day 1. Get your bearings. Start your Vienna adventure at 8:30 a.m. at Schönbrunn Palace, Austria's crown jewel and former imperial summer residence. Book your grand tour tickets online in advance for around $37 to skip the entrance queues that form by 10 a.m. The grand tour takes you through 40 magnificent staterooms, where Empress Maria Theresa held court and 6-year-old Mozart performed for the imperial family. Don't miss the Hall of Mirrors where the young Mozart allegedly proposed to Maria Theresa's daughter, or the Blue Chinese Salon where Emperor Charles I signed his abdication, ending 650 years of Habsburg rule. Allow 2 hours for the palace interior, then spend another hour exploring the free Baroque gardens. The Neptune Fountain alone took 3 years to complete and represents the triumph of Austria over its enemies. Climb up to the Gloriette Monument for breathtaking panoramic views over Vienna. This spot costs $5 but delivers Instagram-worthy shots of the entire palace complex. Take the U4 subway line directly from Schönbrunn station to Karlsplatz in central Vienna, using a Vienna City card that covers unlimited public transport for 72 hours at $32. This card also provides discounts at over 200 attractions and restaurants. Pro tip: validate your card at any ticket machine before first use, and one child under 15 travels free with each adult card. For lunch, head to Naschmarkt, Vienna's most famous market stretching 6 city blocks. Try traditional Wiener Schnitzel at various market restaurants for around $20 to $24, or grab fresh Turkish börek from the market stalls for under $5. The market's history dates to the 16th century when it served as Vienna's main milk market, but today it features cuisines from over 30 countries. The atmosphere here buzzes with locals shopping for exotic spices, fresh produce, and international street food. Spend your afternoon at St. Stephen's Cathedral, Vienna's Gothic masterpiece dominating the city center. While entry to the main cathedral is free, climb the 343 steps of the South Tower for around $6 to see Vienna spread out below you like a living map. The intricate roof tiles form geometric patterns that have become synonymous with Vienna's skyline. Inside, locate Mozart's funeral plaque. Though his actual burial site remains unknown, this cathedral witnessed his final blessing in 1791. End your day at Café Central, one of Vienna's most historic coffee houses where Sigmund Freud, Leon Trotsky, and other intellectuals once gathered. Order a traditional Wiener Melange for around $5 and their famous Sachertorte for around $9. Yes, it's touristy, but the vaulted ceilings and marble columns create an atmosphere you'll find nowhere else in the world. The cafe even survived both world wars, serving as a refuge for writers and intellectuals throughout Vienna's turbulent 20th century. Now, here's something nobody tells you about Vienna. The city's coffeehouse culture is UNESCO protected, meaning these establishments maintain centuries-old traditions. You're not just buying coffee, you're participating in living history, where patrons are expected to linger, read newspapers, and engage in thoughtful conversation. Tomorrow, we'll venture beyond the obvious tourist sites to discover Vienna's artistic soul and the museum that houses the world's most famous kiss. Day 2. Art, culture, and hidden perspectives. Begin day 2 at the Belvedere Palace complex, home to Gustav Klimt's iconic painting, The Kiss. Arrive at 9 a.m. when doors open to avoid afternoon crowds. The Upper Belvedere houses the world's largest Klimt collection, including The Kiss, Judith, and Adele Bloch-Bauer one. Tickets cost around $22 when booked online in advance. Don't rush through. These golden masterpieces deserve contemplation. The palace itself, built for Prince Eugene of Savoy, showcases Baroque architecture at its finest. Klimt's The Kiss alone draws over 1 million visitors annually, but early morning visits let you appreciate the gold leaf details without jostling crowds. Walk 15 minutes through the palace gardens to the lower Belvedere, included in your ticket, which features rotating special exhibitions and medieval art collections. The gardens themselves tell Austria's story through marble statues representing the four elements, seasons, and Habsburg military victories. The Baroque gardens between both palaces provide perfect spots for photos and quiet reflection. For lunch with a local secret, take tram 1 or 2 to the University District and find Gasthaus zur Eisernen Zeit on Graben Street. This tiny restaurant serves authentic Tafelspitz, boiled beef with apple horseradish, for around $20. The location feels completely local, despite being steps from major tourist areas. The recipe hasn't changed since Emperor Franz Joseph declared this dish his daily lunch preference, eating it 365 days per year. Dedicate your afternoon to the Kunsthistorisches Museum, one of the world's finest art museums. Entry costs $23, but the collection spans 5 millennia from ancient Egypt to Renaissance masterpieces. The building itself took 20 years to construct and rivals any palace in grandeur with its marble staircases and ceiling frescoes. Spend special attention on the Egyptian and Near Eastern collection on the ground floor, then ascend to view Bruegel's peasant scenes and Vermeer's luminous portraits. The Egyptian collection includes actual mummy cases and the world's largest collection of papyrus scrolls outside Egypt. The museum's coffee shop, located in the Dome, offers what many consider Vienna's most beautiful cafe setting with hand-painted ceiling murals surrounding your afternoon coffee. Here's something nobody tells you. Many museums in Vienna stay open until 8 p.m. on Thursdays, giving you extra hours to explore when most tourists have left. As evening approaches, head to Prater Park and ride the giant Ferris wheel, one of the world's oldest surviving Ferris wheels. Built in 1897, this landmark costs around $16, but provides unparalleled sunset views over the Danube River and Vienna's rooftops. Each rotation takes 20 minutes, giving you time to spot landmarks you've visited and plan tomorrow's adventures. The wheel survived both World Wars and Soviet occupation, becoming a symbol of Vienna's resilience. For dinner, discover a true local favorite. The Würstelstand sausage stands scattered throughout the city. Try a Käsekreiner, a cheese-filled sausage with mustard and fresh bread, for around $4. These kiosks were originally created to provide jobs for disabled war veterans and remain an integral part of Vienna's street culture. Our final day takes you to Vienna's most spectacular viewpoint that 90% of visitors never discover, plus the neighborhood where locals actually live and shop. Day 3. Local secrets and spectacular views. Start your final day in the Naschmarkt area, but instead of the tourist market, explore the nearby Freihausviertel neighborhood where young Viennese actually live and work. Browse independent boutiques along Schleifmühlgasse and grab coffee at local coffeehouse Phil for $2, a fraction of central Vienna prices, but with better coffee than most famous coffee houses. This district transformed from Vienna's red light area into the city's hippest neighborhood, filled with vintage stores, record shops, and artisan workshops selling handmade jewelry and local art. Take the U4 line to Heiligenstadt, then bus 38A to Kahlenberg Hill. This 20-minute journey costs just your Vienna City card and leads to Vienna's best-kept secret viewpoint. The bus winds through Vienna Woods, passing Beethoven's former residence where he composed his 6th Symphony, inspired by these very landscapes. The observation platform at 484 meters elevation provides 360-degree views over the Danube Valley, Vienna Woods, and the entire city center. On clear days, you can see Slovakia's Carpathian Mountains on the horizon. Pack a picnic lunch from Naschmarkt. Cheese, bread, and local wine cost under $16 total and taste extraordinary with this backdrop. Descend via the same route and spend your afternoon in the Spittelberg district, a cobblestone neighborhood that feels like a small Austrian village within Vienna. This area survived World War II bombing raids that destroyed much of Vienna, preserving 18th century architecture and narrow medieval streets. Browse artisan workshops, vintage stores, and cozy wine taverns called Hüriger. These family-run establishments serve wine from their own vineyards. A carafe of young white wine costs around $13 and comes with traditional Austrian bar snacks like Liptauer cheese spread and pickled vegetables. Now here's something nobody tells you about Vienna's wine culture. The city has its own vineyards within city limits, making Vienna unique among European capitals. The wine served in Hüriger taverns often comes from grapes grown just minutes from where you're sitting. For your final afternoon, visit the Zentralfriedhof, Vienna's central cemetery. This might sound morbid, but it's actually a peaceful park where Beethoven, Brahms, Schubert, and Johann Strauss are buried among elaborate Art Nouveau monuments. Entry is free, and the cemetery feels more like a sculpture garden than a somber burial ground. The musicians' graves cluster in the Grove of Honor, creating an outdoor concert hall where their spirits seem to linger among the marble angels and bronze busts. Take tram 11 directly from the city center. End your Vienna experience with dinner at Placuda, famous for serving Vienna's best Tafelspitz. Expect to pay around $27 per person, but the experience includes multiple courses showcasing traditional Austrian cooking techniques passed down through generations. The restaurant ages its beef for 28 days and serves it with 6 different sauces, each representing a different Austrian region. For dessert, skip the tourist traps and head to Demel, the Imperial Court's former pastry supplier. Their Kaiserschmarrn, shredded pancakes with plum compote, cost $13 and provides the perfect sweet ending to your Vienna adventure. Essential practical information. Transportation. Vienna's public transport system covers 5 U-Bahn lines, 29 tram routes, and 127 bus lines. Single tickets cost $2.60, but the 72-hour Vienna City Card at $32 includes unlimited transport plus museum discounts. Download the Wien mobile app for easy ticket purchasing and journey planning. Vienna International Airport connects to the city center via the 16-minute CAT train for $15 or the cheaper S7 train for around $4. Accommodation. Budget options include Wombat City Hostel near Westbahnhof from $33 per night. Mid-range choices feature Hotel Am Parkring near St. Stephen's Cathedral from $130. Luxury travelers enjoy Hotel Sacher Wien from $380 nightly. Food. Restaurant meals for 2 cost $65 to $110. Coffeehouse visits average $9 per person. Weather. Vienna enjoys 4 distinct seasons. Summer temperatures reach 25 degrees Celsius with occasional rain. Winter drops to freezing with potential snow, making indoor attractions essential. Spring and autumn offer mild weather perfect for palace garden strolls. Booking strategy. Reserve Schönbrunn Palace tickets online to skip queues. Museums accept walk-ins, but popular exhibitions sell out. Restaurant reservations recommended for dinner, especially weekends. Mistakes to avoid. Tourist trap pricing. Central coffee houses charge $6 to $7 for cappuccinos that cost $3 elsewhere. Explore neighborhoods beyond the Innenstadt for authentic experiences at local prices. The Naschmarkt's tourist-facing restaurants cost double compared to side street establishments serving identical dishes. Seasonal timing errors. Visiting Schönbrunn Palace after 11 a.m. means battling tour groups and long photo queues. Winter visitors often skip outdoor attractions like the Gloriette or Kahlenberg viewpoint, missing unique snow-covered panoramas impossible during warmer months. Cultural misunderstandings. Rushing through coffee houses violates centuries-old etiquette. These spaces encourage lingering over newspapers and conversation. Photographing inside palaces and museums often incurs penalties. Tipping 10% at restaurants is expected, not optional, and helps maintain Vienna's renowned service standards. So there you have it. 3 days that'll give you both the Instagram shots and the authentic Viennese experience most tourists completely miss. This is Explorer's Radar, where we uncover the best travel experiences beyond the obvious tourist trail. Which day appeals to you most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell if it helped with your Vienna planning. And check out the next video for another amazing gem worth adding to your travel list.